Both are aware about the structure of soapbox. Firstly, you will be given 5 minutes each for opening statement. Then there will be manifesto debate, then topic debate, and then background check. After that, there will be a QA session, and then you will have to give a closing statement. So we are going to start with the opening statement. You will be given the chance to elaborate your manifesto in 5 minutes. So Pankaj, please.
Good evening everyone, myself Pankaj Sharma, also known as Pankaj Kavira, contesting for the post of General Secretary Academic Affairs Postgraduate GSAAPG. So having served at the various PORs, I have observed that there is a need to work for the issues of the PG students. Being the Research Scholars Forum overall coordinator, I have came across plenty of issues and challenges that the PG students are currently facing. And being the grievance coordinator, I also in the last year got to know what are the concerns and the grievances of the people. So I would like to take up the responsibility and do the following things. First of all, I'd like to start a bi-monthly newsletter to update about the summary of the events, which will be very helpful for the PG students, because at times PG students, due to their tight schedule, misses some of their lectures, and so that newsletter will serve the purpose. Also, that will be put up on the portal, so that any people who misses the event or the talk can go through it. Then we will be working upon bridging the gap between the auras and the departments. So by trying to include the auras in the department meetings. Then we'll be starting an online leave application portal so as to facilitate the student. To increase the participation of the student for the aura positions, we will be proposing one best aura award so as to increase the interest and the enthusiasm among the PG students. For assisting people for the better field work, and for that we are proposing one Marathi learning classes. Then we are also proposing one app to update people about the council work and the upcoming events. And the last initiative that I would like to take up is making sure that PG students get at least a chance of their industrial visit, so that they can get the proper exposure. Coming to the other points, I'd like to focus upon that merit research scholars accommodation in coordination with the GSA. Then I'll be working upon the PG research work page updation, so that it will be helpful for the industries as well as the students. Then we'll be working more upon the placement section with the help of the placement cell. Coming to the follow-ups, the night canteen is very much needed for the PG students, because they have to times work 24/7. So during the night time from the 12 to 5, there is there should be at least something eateries. For that, work has been done by the previous councils. We'll be take that up in the next time to come. And then we will be pushing for the minors in the various departments. Then there is a need for the ASC course updation on the through DPGC, because at times prerequisites are not being clearly told by the course instructor in the course info. So students face a lot of problem. They register for the course, then after 1 week they came to know that they cannot register for this course, or there was a prerequisite. Coming to the other points, we'll be working hard to promote the research media cell. Then they will be conducting more and more open houses. So for the department level, we have also come up with something that there should be, within department there should be open houses, so that people can solve the grievances on the department level as well. Then we'll be working to have a structured funding of RESCON. Then lastly, we'll be trying to have online repository of question papers wherever the faculties agree with it. Coming to the credentials, I have previously worked as a grievance coordinator in RSF, Research Scholars Forum, and presently working as overall coordinator in RSF. So apart from that, I have worked at the time is over. So that is it from my side, and I would like to serve the PG students of the institute. Thank you.
Sharma, please start.
Hello everyone. My name is Shanvas. I am from the first year MTech Sitara. Taking a responsibility at the GSAAPG, I will try to outreach among all the PG Janta to solve the academic related problem whatsoever with the help of both the current initiative taken by the current council and as well if needed the new initiatives. I will like to go, I think most of the points are very common between me and my contestant, opposite contestant. But let me try, as you can see my manifesto, first of all I have written the existing initiatives. Actually, I think that before proceeding to a new initiative, it's very much to work on the existing initiatives. I think we must enforce existing initiative more than giving a new initiative or new idea. When we will solving this problem, then we will come to the new initiatives. As you can say, our already academic council have worked hard, but though we can find here itself that Janta is not even available to just have a conversation with us. So there is somehow communication gap between the Janta and the council. Though council is working hard with the social media to reach among the Janta, but this time I'm trying to push to a platform of WhatsApp. I think most of them are using it to resolve this issue. This time my plan is to make a WhatsApp group at a department level where the depending on the master or doctor will be the part of the WhatsApp group and the aura will be the parts of WhatsApp group and the GSEC will also be the part of the WhatsApp group, and you can ping any of the time that GSEC will come to know what currently issue you are facing in the department level. Rather than I will be focusing more on the department level issue, try to solve all the concern issue at the department level rather than bringing it on the institute level, because I think each department has a different kind of issues and generally we try to put a light on a common interest of all the students. Rather than as you can see, most of my initiatives will be seeing in a department level initiatives. Like if you talk about the placement, you can see that I'm talking of the placement that we can have a conversation with our already placed student or the alumni who have been working in the industry, so they can let to know the student how to prepare from the beginning of the semester itself for the placement scenario. Even if we talk about the PhD, there are very less window open for the PhD, so this time we will be talking with the placement cell and try to open as many as company. Even we will try to ask the placement cell to talk with the associate labs in the country, even outside the country, so that they can give chance to the PhD student to be part of their laboratory. Apart from then, many common issues are there that we, though we are in PG Janta, most of them are unaware about the patent and how to, what's the right we do have about the patent, how to follow the patent rule. So we will be organizing a workshop with our very esteemed faculty, though we have very esteemed faculty from mechanical, like Aswin Tiwari from mechanical and many of the SOM faculty who will let us know how to proceed with such thing. And we will having an open house session time to time basis to know the problem of the Janta, and we will be solving it. Thank you. I would like to hand over to that.
Thank you. Now we'll be starting manifesto debates, in which each of you will be given an opportunity to ask 5 questions from your opponent, and there will be a discussion on that that topic. So Pankaj, please, you may ask your questions from me.
So Shahnawaz, my first question is, how will you ensure the monthly updation of all the website? Because you have 23 departments, so every day the council member has to update the website. So how will you ensure that?
I think it's a very good question. Actually, I want to bring your attention towards one thing, that each department has an IT team. So though council has its own IT team, but we will be coordinating with the department IT team to let to know what department have been functioning and try to coordinate with our auras to force the department not to just request the department IT team to update the concern issue by time to time basis.
But even if you see right now, I just went through the PG academic website, so there I saw, only 3 blogs were updated from 2014, from the July 2014. Only, so if you see, only 3 blogs are there, or, so much of updation. So how can you, propose monthly for everything? Because even if you take the example of Sitara, the department from which you and me come, I have, sent my photo to be uploaded. Right now also photo is not there, so it's a very challenging task for you, and I think it's very ambitious.
Yeah, if you perform any of the tasks, I think it's very ambitious till the time you don't see it functioning. And hopefully, being in my position, I will really try to focus on those ambitious tasks and try to fulfill as much as I can. Thank you.
Second question that I have is, how will you
Hi Pankaj, I have a very as you have written in a manifesto, propose a better marriage research scholar representative in RSF. So though you are a RSF overall coordinator, as per my knowledge is concerned, as an overall coordinator, when you are not are able to resolve this issue, then how can you guarantee that being a GSEC, though RSF is not a part of Gymkhana, you will be able to resolve this issue?
last year when I took up as an overall coordinator, prior to that year there doesn't used to be any merit research scholar special representation. So this year I included 4 of them, and then we made an one female merit research scholar representation was also there. So we had 5 people in total. But this year we came across the things, and then when during the groundwork I went to the merit research scholars. Then I found that there are few housing society outside also. There is one in Kanjumak, there is one in Powai. So there is a need to include one representative from this society also into the our RSA body. So for that I will propose that to include those also, so has to have a better merit research scholars representation, because right now the 4 people are there. So even right now there are 4 quarters behind type hostel 4, hostel 6, QIP and Tulsi. So there is a need to work more on that. So for that I propose that.
I think Pankaj, was I not clear with my question? I asked you ki, though you have elected, I know few of the merit representative. Are you saying by this ki you are not happy with their performance, or you have not selected the right candidate for that? So you have proposed this thing when you will become a GSEC and try to resolve this issue?
So whenever you take up an issue, there cannot be something you can just go and do the things perfect. So for the first time when we had that, so after keeping the research scholars representation, we thought that there should be better with the better representation from the each of the corresponding area. So that is what we are improving upon. This year the people have worked hard, and next year will be trying to go ahead.
Okay, I think you are not still clear with my question. Thank you.
I think that makes the point. My second question is, how will you remove the communication gap between the council member, even if you mentioned like WhatsApp, but lot of groups in WhatsApp are facing spamming problems, because I also has been part of 30 plus groups, and I also at times feel the spamming problem, because the admin cannot like censor the content. What do you mean by the ensuring transparency and accountability in the council? I will focus more upon the transparency, one thing. And secondly, how will you ensure that? What do you mean by that, and how will you ensure that?
Most of the question what you are asking is only the existing initiative, not my new initiative. Though you have asked me the question, let me take it forward. That by ensuring the transparency and accountability, we want to mean that we will be uploading the minutes of meeting and whatever the currently talks are going in the academic council to let the Janta know what we are working on. Secondly, we will try to upload all the expenses that the council is making on Janta, so that they can come to know the fair distribution of the money where it is going.
So the minutes of the meetings will be floated in public?
I think only the important points of the minutes of the meeting will be floated in the public, which I think is the right of the Janta to know what actually council is talking about for the welfare of Janta.
But if these points go outside of the institute, then at times it may also harm the reputation of the institute.
I think you are not listening my words. I'm saying only the important point what we will discuss for the Janta, for the benefit of Janta. Anyway, it is going to be out in the Janta, only for the benefit of Janta. So I don't find any kind of if it will go out in the public, then it will harm our reputation.
First of all, the important points are only put up in the minutes of meeting. The minutes of meeting doesn't have everything. Second thing, suppose if any person has done some mismanagement of money, and if you put up that in minutes, and suppose that goes in the public, and the Times of India publish an article on that, so how then it will be a damage of reputation for the institute?
That's what I am saying. Before putting any minutes of meeting or anything, we will go through it and we will only put that concern part of the minutes of meeting which will be helpful for Janta. Not everything. What we feel that what current topic we are talking on for Janta, I will put only those parts. Not everything will be shared with the Janta.
So you will be censoring that.
Censoring at all. It's like
It's censoring, CENSOR.
okay, thank you for this.
So you will be censoring that.
I will like to say you that again I am repeating my words that ki I would like to put all those issues what is in the welfare of Janta.
So don't you think if mismanagement of money is being done, that is not for the welfare of the Janta, it's Janta money, yeah?
I think Janta should have a count on this ki where their money are being utilized, and if you are not getting freedom to know ki where your money is being utilized, I think you are somehow cheating themselves.
Okay.
You have included one point, online leave application, as your current initiatives, I think. As you have proposed for an online leave application for a student, is it you mean, what do you mean by this? I'm really not getting clear. What do you mean by this?
Online means something which is on computer, and leave means whenever the student goes out. So application means whenever you apply somewhere. So it's online leave application. So it will give the student the benefit of filling it online, and it will reduce the paperwork that the student has to do.
But where this online leave application, whether it will go to the dean office or whether it go to department office, you are not clear with this thing. I really can't get it. Ki where should we write the online leave application? And
it's very hilarious, by the way. So it's getting hilarious.
Let me finish my question. I think Pankaj, then you can reply to it.
Yeah, sure.
I think you are interrupting me.
So, note to all of both of you. Just be crisp while you are asking anything. Let us not go into speaking overlap, because there's a lot of overlap. So you ask something, you answer. You ask something, you answer. Okay?
Thank you. Actually, I mean to say that ki when you are writing a statement like this online leave application, so you should be clear that ki online leave application, I think we write for the department level or to the HOD from where we are. We need to inform our department. So where we will be uploading this, where you will be giving link for online leave application, whether with the ASC site or with the department site.
That can even be done through the surveys also, because surveys is also calculating the attendance. So even through survey or through ASC we can do that. And second thing, for that there is no need to go to the dean office or something what you said earlier. So it will be online link which will be working on through Gymkhana website or through ASC. So it's it's a portal which is at the end of the day it matters, and hopefully we'll be doing it so as to help the students. So it will surely help them.
I can understand you are doing all the things for the benefit of the student, but still you're saying it's a survey. But the online leave is a survey. I can't understand this point.
Do you know what the survey does?
I really don't know. Can you please let me know?
You should also go through the survey, calculate the attendance. So if survey is calculating the attendance, then it can also calculate the leaves. So through ASC or through surveys we can do that, and I think that won't be that much of headache in that.
Application is an official sort of document that has to be verified through academic office or through dean office or through department office. So there will not be any impact if it will be calculated through Gymkhana or other such type of students portal.
So even if you go through the ASC, then it will automatically go to your faculty advisor. Right now you take up the courses, that also goes to your faculty advisor for approval. So similar way it will take.
Okay, next question.
So next question I have, what is your plan in providing opportunities to the MTech student to avail conferences grant?
I think it was earlier 5 years back or somehow MTech was also given a chance to go outside abroad for any kind of publication or to attend a conference. But from last 3 to 4 years, it has not been granted to any of the MTech students. Though PhD students are given chance, but actually there are some limitation with the PhD student. Though have you ever asked me for particularly about the MTech student, but I would like to focus only on the MTech part. Ki MTech student have the potential to go outside India and to have a conference with the people outside the country and to float their ideas. So I believe that they should be also given an equal opportunity. With I will be talking on this topic with the dean and the concern this Institute International Relationships Secretary regarding this, and then I can further give you any comment on this.
So, no, I was just asking your plan, and the institute secretaries will be helping in this.
They will be helping me in knowing ki where are the conference and where our student can go and have a can join the conference. And for the like you were asking, what is the plan actually? Plan is this ki we will be we will be proposing this to the dean SA and AP to allow the MTech student also to be the part of the this conference.
So, what will Dean SA do in that? You mentioned Dean SA will going to Dean SA. What Dean SA sir will do in that?
See, anyhow, we have to go through some procedure to get to get a permission ki from the because this is academic work. I think academic work is related to Dean SA and Dean AP, so that we can discuss about this thing ki MTech students should be given a chance to go out and can have.
I don't think there is a need for involvement of Dean SA sir in that.
I think anyhow the fund is a part of academic, so I believe that ki there should be. If subject to correction, if you believe that, then I will really see into the matter. Can you just elaborate on the PG Academic Council calendar based on student feedback? What do you mean by this?
During the groundwork, few of the events were being told that student told that it's of no use for them. So it may be happening that it's of no use for them, but other people may be getting benefited. So at the start, even before taking up the GS tenureship, within the last 15 days of March, we'll be doing some survey or some survey to find out which events were being attended by more students and which events had the more participation. We'll be analyzing how much participation was there and whether the student need that event or not, because last year few classes were being done for the language and there were only 3-4 participant ones probably in last tenure. So that was something also very concern, because council is putting a lot of hard work in the events. So there is a need to make sure that right events are being performed. So we will take some people's reference or people's survey on that.
Still, I am not clear what kind of event are you talking about, and how can you predict in the future, beginning of the semester, that people is going to attend a concerned event or not? So, and you are going to publish a calendar on based on the survey before, means without any, I'm not getting at all. What are you trying to prove by this point?
So I agree that the student of the institute are far more wiser than me, you and other people. So we are just proposing the survey that student should decide which event should go forward. So for that we'll be taking the help of the surveys from the students, because at the end of the day it's a student that has to attend the program, that has to be getting benefited. So if suppose 3-4 students are attending a program, then I think it's a waste of the council work, because council also put up a lot of hard work there, so there is a need to identify which events are being needed for the students.
Okay.
So one point mentioned that you will propose MSc student representation. How will you do that while MSc is not on your domain?
It's a very nice question. While the groundwork, I have found many MSc students, they feel that they are a part of UG. Even the MSc students don't know that they are the part of UG, according to the rule. So I felt like somehow there is need कि if they feel so कि though they are in a master degree and they want to the part of PG, though already it has been proposed by the previous council and they were not successful in this regard. So I'm pushing it again with the Dean essay, keeping in the mind about the thoughts of the MSc student, to let them to be the part of the PG council, because they are very confused whom to approach when they are in a problem.
But for the time being, the MSc has been considered as the UG. So that will need, Dean approval, Senate approval. So
that's
we were
what-
aware that these points we cannot put up in the manifesto, which need the, approval of the apex bodies. So why you put up that?
Good question. I think before becoming a GSEC, I don't think I need to go and talk to the board of directors or to Senate member. Only after becoming of a certain position, I can hold the responsibility and put forward my work, so that I can let to know our Senate member that how to solve this problem. Sure that online repository of previous examination question paper will be soon be, as your initiative means, you will you will put it online for the student. How can you make this thing possible? I'm not getting it. Have you talked to this any concerned faculty regarding this, or is it your own idea?
Regarding that, there are few faculties. I cannot name them because it's a put up in restriction. So there are few faculties with which I was TA and I worked. So they were of the opinion that their questions are very good and should be open in the public domain. I would like to quote one example from the outside university, because I think that I can quote. So there is a professor called Hamid Akhtar in electrical machines. So he every time he wants that his students should solve their questions. So that's why he, every day, every year he releases the questions, and the questions are very high, like great questions. So there are few professors who want their questions to be, taken up. So for that we'll be taking up, and those questions are very good for the learning of the students. So I think we'll be providing a repository which will be helpful for the students to gain knowledge of the technical concept through that. So that is what we are planning in consent with the faculty. If the faculty is not agreeing, then we will not be putting up this, and I'm sure a lot of faculty will agree to this. Thanks.
Yeah, that's what I am saying. Most of them may not agree on this part. So okay, we will see this initiative in function as soon as possible.
So okay. So but I think that faculties will agree, because faculty also want the improvement. Yeah, if you want to say something. Okay, so I think faculties will surely agree, because it's something which is benefiting the student. Thanks.
Starting topic debate round, in which you will be given a topic, and this topic will be selected by a random person through a chip selection process. Your topic is a student exchange program. Now I'm going to toss a coin.
You should come forward. I'll spin, you call it. Oh, you spin. Hello, just a minute. Shanwaz, you want to call? Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'll sit. Okay. I'll ask head. No. Just a minute. Ushalo pehle. First, let it spin. No? Let it fall freely. It's head. Tails. Okay. So Shanwaz.
Thank you. First of all, the point with this is, do you think the PG students should be promoted for student exchange program? So my answer is yes. Now why yes? Actually,
I just like to highlight here that you need to mention that why do you think Why do you think that there is a need of there is a need that PG students should be promoted for student exchange program? What is the main cause for less turn up in PG students for this student exchange program, and what measures will you take to promote this?
So I was going one by one. So as you know, the first question is, do you think PG students should be promoted for student exchange program? So my answer is yes. Let me say why yes. It will help us to understand and accept a different culture and community perspective and different approaches of learning. And one more thing, it will help us to improve our skill to analyze the problem. And the second part is, what is the main cause for less turn up in the PG student exchange program? So why we are not aware of this? I will first of all like to put up the point, though many of the program are been uploaded by the institute, this international relationship executive, and in coordination with GSAAPG. But even if sometimes there is mail on the GPO academic side, we Janta are not bothered to see the mail. I think it is one of the reasons that we miss the chance. And another is, we don't have much awareness of such exchange program. Ki what kind of programs are there? Like Euphrates Mundus program was there for the European Union. I think much of you don't know about this program, though it was for this January, and I think you must be not knowing. And the another thing is, what measure will you take to increase it? So I think it will be a collaborative action of the PG Council and the Aura, which will be playing a eminent role regarding this. It can only be improved by improving the communication gap between the academic council and the Janta, because most of the Janta don't see such kind of message, though academic council is uploading all the time. So I think some of my WhatsApp group may solve this problem. Thank you.
So student exchange programs are, very important for the PG people. So surely they should be done. And today itself, I met a guy, who has come here for the exchange, under exchange. So now he was a UG guy, but still, I had a talk with him, and I realized, there will be better learning, better exposure, and other opportunities. The guy was from Germany. So if we see of Germany, then in Germany, solar power is having a great boom. So if a student from here go to the Germany for the exchange program, then he'll learn, much better, because there are the various solar projects are working upon. So coming to the journal, I think there is a need to make, 2-3 students compulsorily from a department to go for student exchange. Regarding the less turn up, there is a need for, dissemination of information through proper channels. For that, we have also proposed one mobile app, through which notifications will be given continuously and reminders will be sent through the mobile app, because mobile app is one perfect platform. Otherwise GPO is very much flooded with a lot of emails, and PG student even have thousands of unread mails. So I think the app will solve the problem. And how to increase the exchange program, then we'll be working on various MOUs. Then we'll be making something of sort ki 2-3 students should compulsorily go for the internship from the department. So that will put up a pressure, on the administration. And we will be targeting first the major departments like electrical, mechanical, and then we will be going to the smaller departments. So that is what we will be doing, and I am very sure that student exchange program will see a great growth in years to come.
Hi Pankaj. As you were saying, you will be creating the pressure in the academic, to academic council, or who is already in charge. How you will be creating the pressure?
Suppose there is compulsory 2-3 students from each department has to go for the a student exchange. So that is also a sort of pressure if you see. So 3-4 if 2-3 students are made mandatory to go from the department, because there used to be a few events in IIT BHU, then in that HOD has to send at least 3 to 5 people. So that used to ensure the participation. I also remember one incident from Jamia when Kapil Sibal sir was coming, and then every batch has to send 5 students, and he was talking on a concept. So I think these 3 to 5 things will definitely have some sort of pressure. or some sort of responsibility for the departments to go through.
That is what I was talking about. How you will make pressurize your department to send those three students to for the symposium or whatever you are telling for this exchange program, and you are talking giving example of Jamia but I'm not getting how you will pressurize HOD to send those and who will finance those three students for the exchange program, and through what you will what medium you will send them.
Right now also, if we see, then around 10% of the students go for exchange in, I think, CS and electrical department. So if we are making, sure that 3 to 5 PG students, suppose we take an example, 5 PG students should be mandatorily sent for the internship. Now, they will be, for the student exchange. So they will be definitely, the 5 student has to go. So it's some sort of responsibility for the department to select the 5 students based on some criteria and then send them. So that will definitely open the window for the same.
This is what I am asking, ki how you will pressurize the department to send those 5 students, even there is no procedure of something like
We will not pressurize, we will just...
You told in your words, I will make a pressure on the
we
department.
We will just make sure that students, 3 to 5 students from each department are mandatorily made to go for the student exchange. That will automatically have some sort of work within the department.
Avoid repetition of questions.
Okay, you want to ask something?
No.
Thank you.
We'll be selecting our second topic. Is PG minor. Now I'm telling you what do you need to speak at least. Firstly, you have to tell, do you think PG students should be allowed for minor degree? And what do you think, what is the biggest hurdle for PG minor? How do you think that your solution, the solution that can this be handled in the best way? What is the best solution that you can provide from your side to solve this problem?
So starting, first of all, whenever a student is in PG, then the few department have, any inhibitions that they should only focus within their department. They should not take any course from outside. There is, some inhibitions about some of the faculties. Now the thing is that interdisciplinary research is very good, for the student development. Even during the talk with the student exchange program student, whom I met in Hostel 12, he is a UG student, but still he is having courses from other department. He is a student at SOM, but he is taking some course from energy, some from BSB. So even if the UG student at the foreign universities are having that minor sort of thing or courses from the other department, I strongly feel that PG student here at least should have that. So the biggest hurdle will be there will be need to sensitize people over it. There will be need to emphasize on it ki if a student is taking courses from other department, it's a opportunity for him. So that is what we think, and apart from that, it should not happen that department should feel that our student is taking courses in other departments, so it's a sort of disgrace for us. It shouldn't happen. Then we'd like to try the department HODs to convince, we'll be trying to convince them, because
opportunity to the student to learn something new apart from their department. Thank you.
So I'd like to just give some sort of inputs. If you see ASC timetable, it's very highly flooded from I think 8:30 in the morning to the 8:30 in the evening. So how will you manage like changes in slots? Because one PG student going for PG minor may take TD 601, other may take TD 614. So that means a lot of problems will be there. I have taken example of one department. Suppose other department also is taking, so it was complete debacle.
That's what I'm saying. There is a problem with the time slot. So we need this time slot alone. I cannot manage. So I need to talk with the concerned authority about this issue, and then we can conclude on some at current point of time. If you ask me, ki what is the solution, I can frankly say I don't have solution. This I need to talk and find out where is the hurdle, what is the problem in preparing the timetable. Then only I can comment on some issues. Thank you.
Next round is background check. Now the questions on background check will be asked by either moderator or by election committee. So I am the moderator here, so I would like to ask one question from each of you. Firstly, I'll start with Shahnawaz. Shahnawaz, as I can see from your manifesto that you are not having very much experience. So how will you ensure that you will be able to handle this much janta, as the PG student strength is around more than 3,000. So do you really think that you would be able to fulfill the requirement of PG students, or how would you manage to do that, as I see you don't have that much experience? So can you please elaborate on that part?
Okay, I think it's a very loaded question. Uh, as you can all see that when I came to IIT, I was having no credential at all. Though I joined the biggest hostel area wise a hostel tour and become a sports secretary, and handling those many students has proven me somehow, has given me confidence that if I can handle a student of 800, then why not try for something new? Without trying, I can't say that without trying I am a failure guy. So I think I need an opportunity to prove my potential that yes, if I can handle 800 students, then I am in a position to handle 3,000 janta. Thank you.
Ask question from Pankaj. Pankaj, as I can see from your manifesto that you are holding too many posts. So I hope you would be able to continue with this post very gratefully. But I would just like to know that as I can see from your current POR that you are holding a post of RSF OC. But I couldn't see too many initiatives being an RSF OC. As far as I know that you were actively organizing this grievance cell, and beside this you were having one more session of elsewhere. So how do you ensure that you would be able to ensure more activities in your tenure as if you will be a GSEC of academic affairs? Could you please elaborate on that part?
Yeah, sure. First of all, the first part of the question, that was, I was holding so much of the POR. So even if you see during 15-16, I didn't hold it any other POR to maintain the dignity of the post of the Research Scholars Forum. So I also pledge that next year if I become GS, then I will not take any other post which will hinder into my work, number one. Second thing is that you ask about the Research Scholars Forum. So on 20th August, our team was finalized. So it has been around 5 months. Now the issue that we faced this year was there was a change of faculty advisor. For that we went through a process, but then the process was changed by the Dean sir. So then we have to go again through the process, and then we have to meet a lot of faculties, and then take out time from them. And after that when we were done with that, then we faced the problem of financial budget crunch, because budget cannot go before we select the faculty advisor. Then when we sent the budget, then the problem was that our session generally starts from August to July, RSF. But the financial year starts from April to March. So that crunch also came, and there was an objection from the apex body that the fund cannot be utilized for the next year. Then we have to revise the fund twice and thrice. Alternate to that, I think grievances and the concern of the research scholars were more important. And unfortunately, our other friend Naveen, who injured himself during some cycle riding, and then he, from the last 3-4 months, he is hospitalized at times. So on that, the grievance portal responsibility falls on my shoulder. And I do agree, due to lack of funds, we were not able to do sufficient events. Otherwise, we had 2-3 events lined up.
Given the financial crunch in the institute, how do you think that the institute can afford to waive a fee for research scholars? And how do you propose to increase the financial support for conferences?
As though the second part is not my concern, I think is my opposition may have written it in his manifesto. And the first question I'd like to reply that as a PhD student, we are paying 25,000 of a tuition fee. In that, as for the scholarship, what we are getting, 20,000 is paid by the HRD ministry, and 5,000 we students have to pay from our pocket. And we are only talking about those 5,000 what we are being paying to the IIT fees department. And we want to actually, what happens is we have a coursework of certain credits, and that may be finished in within 6 months or 1 year max to max a duration. Now after that we don't have a coursework. So when we are completed with the course, we technically don't attend any lectures. So we are paying fees for the lecture. Though we are not subsidizing the whole amount of 25,000, we are only talking for the normalizing the fee of that 5,000. That will be around 50 or 100 or 50 rupees. So I think already Senate has passed in, and PGPC Council has already approved this, if subject to correction as per I think if needed.
I would like to correct you here. Only PGPC, that is Postgraduate Program Committee, that has Postgraduate Program Committee has approved this proposal, but it has not been approved yet in Senate. It is still under discussion in some other committee.
Okay, that's why it was subject to correction. Okay, PGPC has agreed on the previous council agreement, so I will be taking it forward, and I hope we will be seeing it as soon as possible. Okay, I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pankaj?
So budget crunch is one of the major concern. I even went to the dean office and talked with the few of the assistant people over there. I just tried to know what can be done. So they proposed me one or two things which are I think good suggestions. So one thing is they were saying that the refreshment which are being used in the student events is very costly. So that you can work upon. So he also suggested that you can contact some of the canteens. Second thing is that whenever there is an event, there is you cannot predict how many number of students are coming. So it may happen we conducted one event in coordination with HSS, and we were expecting 100 students, and then only 15-20 turned up. So there was a huge loss of that 80 students, and it amounted to I think it was more than I think 1,000 more than 10,000. So now we are saying we will be cutting on that budget. So I also had a talk with the H7 canteen manager Satish. So he assured me that even if there is reduction of 100 to 20, then he will be making arrangements that he will charge us only on the 25 to 30, keeping 5 to 10 on buffer. So that is one thing that I think we will be making a huge cut on the budget. One thing. Secondly, the cost of the tea and the biscuit provided by the Satish will be much lesser than the tea and the biscuit being provided by the other people. So I think we'll save lot of funds and won't face the budget crunch.
Do you have numbers? For example, if the rupees 5,000 fee for every PhD scholar is waived off, and so how much money will the institute be in deficit because of that? And how much money will you save by doing this work around in events?
I think there is a mix of the questions, sir. I am not saying that the money saved from the canteens will be used for the tuition fee reimbursement. But for the tuition fee, we will be going to the dean sir that since students are not taking the coursework, so he is not logically taking the courses. So he should not be charged tuition fee. So that will be pursuing separately. And the other thing regarding the cut in budget, because all the council may be facing cut in budget. So for that I had that canteen wala plans.
So you have also mentioned that you will increase financial support for conferences. How do you propose to go about it?
So in all, director has a special fund and HODs has a special fund which they can give for few conferences. Because I was the part of constitution making committee in IIT BHU. And constitution of that IIT Bombay, IIT Kanpur, it's some sort of, if you put it on Turnitin, it will show lot of similarity. So the thing is that the director sir can give that fund, I guess, for a student to student basis. And I think HODs can also, we can also push HOD sir to, we can request them to give the financial grant based on the condition of the student.
Just to follow up on this question, if the institute is already facing a money crunch, then do you think that they will agree to waive off the tuition fee for research scholars in such a dire situation?
So the budget crunch is on, and I think 15-16. So I'm very confident that with the new budget of the MHRD, we'll be getting, I think, more funds. So this budget crunch will end soon. I hope so. And then I think then we'll be getting more benefit. And second thing is, for the conferences, we will request the HOD sir if they have if they can fund up to some extent. So that is what we can do. We cannot stop the budget crunch, but we hope that budget crunch will end soon.
Shahnaz, can you answer the follow-up?
Actually, it is very much true that we have, soon in a year, I think we will provide most of the funds. And I think even government is very much concerned to join an institution like IIT and work on the rural development. I think they will be pushing up more funds toward this. Even Maharashtra government is also working on this, and being a Sitara part, I think we understand this problem very much, because we also lack of funds we are facing this thing. But anyhow, government will be working, I think soon, within a month or within a year, we won't be facing such problems.
So this point is subject to the government disbursing funds and then you implementing this initiative. Am I getting it right?
It's like a support we should need from somehow. I think government is anyhow supporting us. Like if you can see, 20,000 is being paid by the government. One in the other form, government supports the student, and I think it's the responsibility of IIT also to give a feedback, as in some like project to the public in a public domain.
Okay. The next question is for Pankaj. Given that 20 credits of master's thesis project are covered in summer and it is not easy to integrate industrial interns into the thesis, how do you propose to push for summer internships? Also, as of now, the institute policy does not allow summer industrial interns for MTech students. So how do you propose to change it?
So we also feel that in the May-June period, it becomes very tough for the MTech TA student to go for the internship. So for MTech RA people, we will be working hard on that time. So because MTech RA people have lot of 3 years to cover the course, so I think that they can do. And for the TA people, we'll be focusing more on the winter internship, because winter internship is of 4 weeks, and during that time they are relatively free as compared to other part of the curriculum. So I think the TA people can MTech TA people can easily do that during that 4 weeks. So I think that is what we'll be doing.
Do you think that winter interns would provide good value addition because they are just 4 weeks?
I do agree that the quality or the quality of the intern which is being provided in 8 weeks will be better than the 4 weeks, but you will get the exposure in the 4 weeks, because I also had a talk with one of the zonal manager at Tata Power. So he just said that students generally learn more when they come. After 3-4 weeks, they generally tend to skip sessions, because they are aware about the things. So I am sure that it will affect by 5%, but that will be end of the day the difference of 19-20. It's not more than that. So I think 5% we can manage.
But why would the institute allow this? Wouldn't they rather that students concentrate on their MTPs in the summer or in the winter rather than do an external internship?
Sir, for that MTech TA students, their project starts after March to June. So their project doesn't start in December, because after one semester people go to home and then they come back after a week and then participating in all sort of fest. So I think that time can be easily utilized for the internship. So I think there will not be any problem for the from the guide side during that after first semester. After second semester it may have some problem, but not after one semester. So I think that will surely work.
So, but after the second semester, how do you propose to solve the problem?
After second semester we'll be trying to, first of all we can like student can pursue their guides, that it will be very much useful. We'll be providing some sort of information to them, that how to convince that, because at the end of the day, the student is also learning, and guide also gets some sort of exposure from that particular industry, because even if the professor is there, still he may have visited some industry 30 years ago, but now there are instrumental changes. Even if you see Tata Power in Delhi, earlier there used to be DESU, Delhi Electricity Supply Unit. So within 15 years it has changed dramatically. So I think that will also give professors will be eager to send their students for intern if we are able to like convince them. And intern should be in particular subject. It shouldn't be ki someone from electrical is going to have some intern at some bank. So I think that is where the professors gets angry, because you are having something at the bank and then you are doing electrical engineering over here. And if you go suppose you are going for torrent power and you are taking electrical, so I think guides will definitely allow, because it will add to them as well.
Have you talked to any HODs of any departments about this? And if yes, how many of them have agreed to have summer industrial internships for their MTech students?
So for that we will be trying through HOD sirs. Ki, sir, these companies are very high valued company, Torrent Power, Tata Power, or even we see NTPC. So these are very good companies for electrical people.
The question is, how many HODs have you talked to about this?
Regarding that, I don't have a talk with HODs, but from the personal experience that I have seen, I think HODs will agree if it is related to core courses. Few faculties may not agree, but at the end of the day we have to try, and probably a majority will agree, I'm sure.
But you haven't talked to any professors about this till this point of time?
No, I have talked to few professors, like one professor, like few professor I have talked, like 3-4 professors. So I am of the opinion, I didn't talk to any of the HOD, because going in, with the HODs and asking time before election is, I don't think it may be that much beneficial. But after being GS, I can ask the auras to do the same, or even I can meet some with the auras. So I think that will probably solve the problem, and I am hopeful that major departments will turn up and will be having a good support from them.
This is a question for Shahnawaz. What is the rationale behind including postdoctoral fellows in the academic council, given that it is solely a research position and not an academic program with a very limited mandate, and the PhD scholars are treated as employed persons by the institute?
Yeah, it's a very nice question. Though I have been asked this question by many of them. I think postdoctor is a very responsible position, as you can really find out they are really not free. Giving a chance to interact with them, and somehow it will help the MTech student also to get a guidance from their senior PhD student, and it will help them in their project.
But how do you plan to consolidate it further?
Like I would like to further I like to keep bring this thing opportunity in Sitara also, and based on like Sitara is a very interdisciplinary branch, as per that. So first I will like to see what actually we are being benefiting by this thing, then we can further think on what you are considering.
Pankaj, can you answer this question?
Sure. So the reading groups were designed because students are doing cutting edge research in their domain, but even the adjacent people are not knowing about this. So I think it's a very good concept, and so presently it's in 3 departments. Even few of the overall coordinates are also sitting. So it's in Syscon, electrical, mechanical, and others. So while consolidating on those, I think even I had been to few of the reading groups talks. So I think there is a need for increasing the question answer in that, because right now around 40 minutes are being given to the speaker, and then 20 minutes for the question answer. So I think that can be reverse, 20 minutes for the talk and 40 minutes for the discussion, because I also believe in two-way dissemination of the information, because since the speaker is even among ourselves, so I think in 20 minutes he should he or she should contain himself or herself, and then the rest 40 minutes that will lead to the discussion. So I think that will be one of the improvement that I think I have felt it can improve upon in the time to come.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Now both of you please just give your closing statements. You will be given 2 minutes each of you. So please start, Pankaj.
So having been the part of the council for last 1.5 years at the various PORs, and I have seen a lot of problems that the PG students are facing. For there is a need to work upon, and having known the administration better in the last 1.5 years, I think I am capable to work for the PG student in solving their grievances, concern, and I think that will boost me to take up the responsibility, and I'll serve all the students in a good manner with all of my key initiatives, and I will also continue the good work of the present council, and I'll make sure that every PG student will feel the difference after a year. Thanks.
Just I would like to close my statement with a line by John Lewis. If not us, then who? If not now, then when? Though my PO are very less, but I think I'm in a position to handle this, a post of General Secretary Academic Affairs, and hopefully I will be seeing you in the future to solve all your relevant issues. Thank you.